I saw one headline that indicated that they liked that location in part because of an available water supply. Because I think that battery manufacturing plant does use, a significant amount of water. So you might look up a headline for that, and then more locally to me, I think I saw at one point that Leprino cheese, Leprino's Leprino, they just built a big cheese plant east of Fort Collins near Greeley, and I think I saw a headline that water availability was on their minds when they picked that site.
Yeah, those are definitely the kind of people I'd like to talk to. So
yeah, you might search that out a little bit. None other ones come to mind other than I'd say, it's not, it's really, it's sort of a subset of the industries, right? It's those industries that have large water demands, that actually factor water into their decision making. And it's kind of just a cost analysis of, cause usually those industries have enough money that it's not, they can buy reliability. It's more, what would it take to buy reliability? How much money? So, they're not the ones who would likely be water short. It's just how much does it cost to not be water short? I think that's sort of the mindset of a lot of industries thinking about water supply. And then you have to think also about, especially industries tied to the agricultural sector, locating in places where your inputs can be brought to the facility. So basically crops, depending on the crop and what the manufacturing is, you need the crop. It's better to have the crop nearby for transportation costs and whatnot. So you need the water. The water is a very important factor in maintaining a reliable crop input. So it's just something else to consider. Those industries that rely on agricultural inputs, having crops nearby is important.
I am interested also in agriculture in and of itself, and some of the things I looked at in the context of, your company, found a little bit about, maybe some things that are driving sort of a interplay between agriculture and other businesses, kind of revolving around water. Without jumping around a whole lot, I do have a list of questions, but everything is also kind of open-ended, but I'd definitely be interested to hear about that.
Sure. Well, why don't we go through your questions just to make sure we get those out of the way before we go on tangents?
Yep, sure. So, again, just reiterating that, I won't be using anyone's name or anything like that. It's all confidential. Just that's basically the university policy for something like this. So, first of all, if you wouldn't mind just telling me your age and a little bit about your educational background.
Sure. I'm 37. I have a bachelor's and a master's from Cornell University. And those are the degree program changed. It was agricultural and biological engineering, and then it changed to biological and environmental engineering. So, pick one of those topics, but, our department names. But yeah, that's what my degree's in. And then from there, I started working in a consulting, for an engineering consulting company, in water resources. And, over the years, got licensed. So I'm a professional engineer and licensed in 5 states. I'm also recognized as a hydrologist. And then about 3 years ago, I took an interest in the economic side of water resources and, got a job, with West Water Research and opened up a Colorado office for them. And so, I basically run the Colorado office, and we're not a big firm. We have small offices in a few states. So I run the Colorado office here in Fort Collins, and Westwater focuses on water valuation, like valuing a specific water right, valuing or giving a sense of the market activity for water rights generally. And we do consulting on that, and then sometimes we advise on transactions, on specific transactions. We represent buyers or sellers in water right transactions. And then the other kind of arm of our business is economic analysis of agriculture, I should say irrigated agriculture, of water supply projects, like cost-benefit analysis, I guess a range of economic analyses that need to be done in the water sphere. So those are kind of the three arms of our business. And I've been doing that for about 3+ years now.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I did kind of, look at the website and whatnot, but some of these things I just want to kind of hear in your own words. Basically, your formal title, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah, it's I'm the regional director.
Okay. And
for the Rocky Mountain, I think we're calling it the Rocky Mountain region now.
Okay.
So I'm the regional director for the Rocky Mountain region, but regional director is fine. I usually don't like long titles, so.
Right. And if you don't know some of these, that's fine too, but kind of roughly the number of employees and number of years that your company's been in existence?
Oh, sure. I think we're 11 employees. And Westwater's been around since 2002, I think.
Okay. And then I think you more or less broadly describe, the range of services you provide, but also if you can just generally describe if you represent a certain region or.
Yeah, I mean, me personally or the company?
Either or.
The company mainly works in the western states because we deal with water rights, and water rights only exist in the western states. And western states has a formal meaning. It's 17 states managed by, the easiest way to track it is those administered by the Bureau of Reclamation, but it's basically North Dakota to Texas and west. Those are states that have water rights and manage their water resources as a state based on a water rights doctrine. That's our main work area. Occasionally we'll get some East Coast type projects where people are looking to value water resources and looking for some help doing that. But those are hit and miss here and there. So our main region is the West.
Okay. And then I do want to kind of get back to maybe if you have anything that you think is particularly interesting about the ones you've worked with in the East as compared to the West. But before that, if you can maybe just give me a general sense of the different businesses that you've worked with or industries, or does that span is that pretty broad or?
Yeah, it's broad. I'll give you some ideas. So we have we have a long relationship with the environmental nonprofit world. So groups like the Nature Conservancy, Environmental Defense Fund, National Fish and Wildlife Foundation, I'm not thinking of others, Trout Unlimited. So we have long relationships with them and have done work since basically the company was founded with those types of groups. And then we work for private companies looking to acquire or sell water rights, and they can range in size from big to small. We work with municipal entities, again, looking to understand water values or transact water rights. We work with individuals, private landholders, who have a water. Usually, they have a water rate they're looking to value.